Hi guys, it's me again, shooting from Tel Aviv still, and it's the first time I'm shooting probably without the light of day, natural light, so I hope this video comes not quite dark, but it's getting there. So well, I kind of wanted to do one more video before I go to bed, just because tomorrow I probably won't have time. So I've been thinking about what we've been talking about even in previous videos or just elsewhere through life. We always are confronted with the issue to just believe and to just go out and do it. I know I've said it a couple of times in my previous videos, which set me to thinking about how it could make somebody feel, because all of us are at different stages in our lives. We're all not like ready to do the same exact thing, and we all have different circumstances that dictate what we do and when we do it. Like I said in a previous video, courage is defined in so many different ways, and in several occasions, in actually quite a number of occasions, keeping things as they are usually sometimes requires more courage than even changing things up. It just depends on the circumstances. So there really is no right and wrong. It's just where you are, and just knowing that you're being true to yourself, whether that truth means staying at this in the same place, or that truth means leaving for a new place. As long as it's your truth, you know best. So to kind of do away with cheesy lines like, oh, just believe, oh, if you just believe, you'll achieve it, if you just believe it. I mean, those are all true, but not everybody's ready. We all have different belief systems, so nobody should ever feel pressurized to pick up and move if they're not quite ready for it, because quite frankly, every life is individual and every life is lived individually. And we each know best when we're ready to do stuff and what's best for us at any given time. So through that, I thought to just mention two things that could really help us as we navigate the journey of life, to really find our true north, just so we don't feel pressurized from anybody else's journey, because every journey is unique, every journey is individual. If you're not happy about who you are, about where you were, you're probably not going to make any advances in your life in any way. So instead of feeling bad about who you are and thinking, oh, why am I not doing what I'm supposed to do, why am I not doing this, you'd actually gain a lot more by showing yourself a lot of self-love. Something I've had to learn, and I'm still learning to do, show myself self-love so I can be more accepting of myself right where I am. Because I'm realizing as I grow older that as long as you're not happy with who you are, nobody else, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You have to learn to be happy with who you are. You've got to learn to be happy with the station you find yourself in life. And if you find that you're happy with it, just love yourself through it. If you find you're not happy with it, the tendency is to beat yourself up and say, oh, why am I not further ahead, or why am I not grabbing this opportunity? But when you do that, you actually do yourself a disservice, because then you put your mind frame in a negative place, which in turn doesn't allow you to actually become all that you could be. Our best chance of achieving those things and attaining that position that we want to attain actually comes through self-love as opposed to self-criticism. And we have such a tendency, or I do, of criticizing myself and being really hard on myself that I haven't achieved what I set out to do. But over the years, you kind of learn that doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you around the people that are surrounding you. It doesn't help who you become, because it kind of changes your personality when you're feeling less than, or when you're feeling like you're not quite there yet. So it's kind of the same principle they give to AA, where they say just love yourself where you are. It's the same thing we give to somebody with weight issues, just love your body exactly where you are. It's the same thing we give to anybody, whatever you're dealing with, financial difficulties, marital difficulties, just love yourself where you are. Self-love is the most important. Once you give that to yourself, you can give a lot more to everybody else, and it actually boomerangs right back to you, and you find yourself doing amazing things that you didn't think you were ready for. And the second thing, just two things. The second thing was really about writing, journaling your feelings, writing down what you what you think, what you feel, what you believe. I've been journaling my whole life, probably from when I was a teenager. So I've gotten into the habit of sorting through my thoughts, which has actually helped make me quite articulate in expressing my feelings, because most of us don't know, what we're feeling half the time. But I am so in touch with what I'm feeling, and that's a skill that you actually pick up when you journal. So that's something I would really encourage us to do, to just journal, if only to know where our headspace is at any given time. Because if you know that, it kind of helps you navigate through life a lot better and much more in control, as opposed to the world running you. You actually end up running the world because you know where your head is at. And another benefit of journaling is that sometimes we think we're not achieving much, but when you go over your journals, you actually realize, like, oh my goodness, I did this and I did that and I actually achieved that. I've had so many surprises going, because I'm a type A personality, so I'm very hard on myself. I'm hard about my failings, and I'm like, oh, why did I not do that any better? And oh, I haven't achieved this. But it helps when I go back over my journals, which currently, it's online, and I just kind of look at old entries, and I realize, like, oh my goodness, I actually achieved that. Oh my goodness, I actually got that. Why did I think I failed? And oh, I wanted that job, and oh my god, when 10 years ago I said I wanted to work in this company, I actually worked at the company. Things I wouldn't know if I hadn't journaled. I would think that everything is kind of a coincidence, but there are very few coincidences in life, if any at all. Most of the things are what we put out there and what we receive back. Show yourself self-love. Do not be hard on yourself in terms of your failings, your shortfalls, and where you'd like to be and what station you currently occupy in life. Just love yourself through that, even as you work at improving it. Love yourself through your doubts, your worries, your fears. Love yourself through your indecisiveness. Love yourself through the things you'd like to change about who you are, in terms of what can still be changed. Just try and be positive about it. Don't beat yourself up, because then you'll get stuck in a rut if you do that. So stay positive, and then write it all down. Just journal. That way you get a bit of insight into what you've achieved, and you also get a bit of insight into how your head works, and it kind of puts you more in charge proactively, as opposed to just living life reacting to things. And with that, I think I'll say goodbye, and I will catch you. I've got a next trip coming up to Toulouse, I believe. After this Tel Aviv trip, I get my rest, so I'll be home a few days, and then I'll resume towards the end of the week. So the next video I'll be shooting will be from Toulouse, and hopefully we'll catch up then. I am so grateful that you're watching. I love doing this so far, and I hope I speak into your lives, and please feel free to speak back into mine in the comment section below. Thumbs up this video if you like it, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again next time.